Today we'll be looking at what is the difference between debit cards and credit cards. So if you want to know how to best use your credit cards and when to use your credit card and how to use your credit cards to get the best out of it, please see this video till the end. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, I'll request you to please subscribe to our channel. You stand a chance to win an Amazon Alexa Echo speaker worth 10,000 rupees. So please hit the subscribe button. So let's start. The difference between a credit card and a debit card is a credit card is actually kind of a loan. So the bank is giving you credit, whereas a debit card is the money which is kept in your bank account that gets debited every time. Hence, it is called a debit card. So, firstly, let's take what's a debit card. So, when you have a bank account, the bank gives you a debit card. It's attached to your savings account, and whenever you do a transaction, the money gets directly debited through your bank account. So if you have 5,000, 10,000, 5 lakh, 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs kept in your savings account, that money can be debited or used through your debit card with the use of a PIN along with it or a password if you're doing online shopping. Now, when you have a credit card, you do not need to have money in your bank account. It is kind of a credit limit or a loan which the bank is giving it to you. So, if say when you take your credit card and the bank gives you a limit of 1 lakh rupees, that means even though you don't have any money in your savings account, you don't have to put any money in your credit card, you can spend up to 1 lakh rupees per month on that credit card till the time you don't exhaust that limit. Now, you'll ask, why in the world is the bank giving me this credit card? The reason why the bank gives you this credit card is it earns two ways from credit cards. One is when you do transactions online or through a shop, it gets a certain percentage of that money as fee from the merchant. So it earns one from a merchant fee, and the second is if you do not pay back your money within the stipulated time. Generally, the stipulated time or the interest free time is 45 to 50 days. If you do not pay that amount back, which you spend in a month for 30 days, within the next 15 to 20 days, or whenever that your due date is, the bank will charge you a very high interest rate, and the interest rate is as high as almost 36 to like 42%. And it is not only charged on the amount for the days you've not paid, it will be charged for the entire period of that 30 days plus that 15 days and the amount of days till when you've not paid your dues. And the interest is added on a daily basis, mostly in banks. It's compounded on a daily basis. So the credit card, if you do not pay on time, it puts a very high penalty on you in form of interest rates. So a bank, when it runs a credit card loans business, what it assumes is certain 5 to 10% of the people will be revolvers or will be not paying their credit cards on a fixed time or within the due date, and hence they'll start earning money. So that is two ways it earns money. Now, what is the question which arises is, why should you have a credit card? Now, the very big important fact of using a credit card in India is, like, if you're doing online shopping and there's a lot of risk associated when you do online shopping, and especially when you give your debit cards, right? So if you have 5 lakhs kept in your account or 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, if someone gets your debit card details, and especially if it's a foreign website which doesn't need a CVV number or a OTP pin or an internet pin for doing a transaction, they can clear out your entire savings account balance and your hard earned money can be stolen. Now, if you complain to a bank and you raise a dispute that you've not done the transaction XYZ, the entire process can take a very long time. And depending on what the outcome of it is, you might get a certain part of your money back or you not do not get that money back. But when you use a credit card for online transactions, your exposure, the amount of money that can be taken out from your credit card is only up to the credit limit which is given. So if you have a credit limit of say 1 lakh or 5 lakhs, only that 1 lakh or 5 lakhs can be withdrawn from your account. Second thing is, the money which is withdrawn is actually not your money but the bank's money. So you can either have an insurance or like a anti-theft insurance policy for any mishaps on your credit cards, and in that amount can be covered. So you are very much protected when you use a credit card as compared to a debit card. So for online shopping, I'll advise you seriously to use a credit card and not a debit card. Second thing is, a credit card has a there's a transactions, because the transactions which take place and a bank earns 1 to 2% on it. It gives you very good cashbacks on your credit card. Even though you have the money, you spend it on your credit card, you can take that benefits of these miles or points and get a better deal for yourself. The third very big benefit is that whatever you buy, you have an interest free period for 45 days. So if you use your card well and do not default on your payments, and you pay your spends on a monthly basis on time, or have a auto debit facility put on your from your savings account to your credit card payment, you would get good rewards. And now online companies like Cred and Amazon Pay and Paytm are even rewarding you for paying your dues, credit card dues, through their website. So you can earn points and or gifts. Now, let's look at what are the big drawbacks of using a credit card. First, as I already told you, that if you do not pay on time, you would be penalized for a very, very high interest rate, which is very high. Second is, even a lot of people become addicted to shopping, or a shopaholic, so they end up spending money which they don't have, and they get into this debt trap. And a credit card gives you a facility that where you pay a minimum due, which is generally 5%, and it doesn't affect your CIBIL score, but the interest keeps compounding. So out of 100 rupees which you spend, if you pay back only 5% of it, which is 5 rupees, your 95% is still outstanding. But when you add a 4% per month charge on it, it'll become 99 rupees again, or 100 rupees again. So you are stuck in that loop where you're paying minimum every month, but your principal never comes down, and you always keep on paying interest rate for as long as you don't pay back the principal amount which is outstanding as well. So you get into this loop. So people get into a habit of spending more what they can do. Another advantage which I can think of for a credit card, apart from the drawbacks, is when you use credit card on a regular basis, it's actually a loan on your side, and the bank shows it as an asset on their balance sheet. So your CIBIL score, because you pay regular, your CIBIL score gets actually better because you're paying on a timely basis. So whenever you pay on time and use a credit card, your CIBIL score gets better and better, and it is easy for you to take a loan in the future. Another very good facility which is available for a lot of credit cards is you can actually increase your credit limit, say to 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs, and it can be used in case of emergencies like in hospital. So even if you have a monthly salary which is of 50,000 rupees or a lakh, if an emergency or a medical emergency comes up and you don't have a medical insurance, or the hospital doesn't cover you for that disease or that accident at that point of time, or it wants you to give a higher down payment at the time of booking your hospital, you can use your credit card to do that payment even though you do not have that money. And you can pay the money probably after disinvesting from your some other mutual fund assets or fixed deposits, or from your other savings, and take care of this emergency. So it's good to have a higher credit limit, but keep the online transactions or the amount you can spend in a month to up to a manageable limit, just to avoid the theft case scenario where someone ends up taking your details and does a higher transactions on it. So this is my outlook. So use a credit card if you are diligent and can pay back your money on time and do not overspend. So I hope you liked our video about credit cards and debit cards. And if you want to cover any more of these financial topics which are beneficial for you, please mention them in the comment section, and we'll take up those topics in the future. Thanks a lot.